If you watch enough films by directors, you'll start to notice some of their visual trademarks pop up time and time again. Now, a good director isn't just using this to say, hey, this is my movie. A good director uses it to help tell the story in whatever situation that the characters find themselves in. Take, for instance, Stanley Kubrick and the Kubrick stare. This is often shot from a low angle with the camera dollying in or out. And sometimes it's used to show annoyance, but more often than not, it's used to show the deranged nature of a character, like here in A Clockwork Orange, or here in The Shining, or here in Full Metal Jacket. But those are examples of things being used to show almost the exact same emotion. Sometimes directors use things to trigger emotions in the audience and to orient the world that we're in, like Christopher Nolan's barrel roll. In The Dark Knight, he uses it to emphasize the twisted rhetoric of the Joker.
An immovable object. You truly are incorruptible.
In Inception, he uses it to show the instability of the dream within the dream that our characters are in. In Interstellar, he uses it as a visual representation of the set piece that's about to take place, of our characters trying to dock with a space station that is doing its own barrel roll. But sometimes a visual trademark with the director can be used poetically, more like a metaphor, like the way Spike Lee uses his double dolly shot. For instance, here in Malcolm X. As Malcolm X is making his first public appearance in days, the shot dollies along with him. This gives it an almost angelic feel, kind of like an out-of-body experience, and since we know he's moving to the place that he will eventually die, it deepens the moment. What about here in Crooklyn? This moment takes place also in a dream, like Christopher Nolan's, but this shows a lot more. Since we're in a dream, it can be interpreted a million ways, like her lack of control, her fears, her way of seeing the world. She's being chased by a couple of dope fiends who eventually force her to try some of what they're on. And after she does, the camera floats up with her. But you also have more direct and poignant uses of it, like at the end of BlacKkKlansman. In this use of it, it's almost like the two characters are being pulled along history's hallway into the future that doesn't look much different from the past. Most directors have trademarks even if they don't realize it themselves. But a great director has control over what they're doing and uses it to elevate the story, like the directors I talked about today. Having signatures as a director isn't a hindrance if it's used correctly. And these are just some of the directors that have signatures, and even these directors have more signatures than what I showed. So make sure you like and subscribe, but if you're interested in seeing more videos about director signatures, let me know in the comments.